At this point, I don't think it's wise for us to cut our income tax. Over 70% of our revenue base comes from income taxes. And I served in the legislature when we faced the consequences of tax cuts. There were deep cuts made to education, health and human services, public safety. Those things are all important to Oklahomans. Again, regardless of what party you're registered with or where you live in the state of Oklahoma, those are things that we value. And so cutting the income tax will put us in a very sticky situation, a challenging situation that we were just in less than a decade ago. And right now we should be looking at where we can continue to make investments, because those cuts were so deep and impacted our communities and our state as a whole. There's still places where we can do better. And so talking about an income tax cut, especially when we're down a little bit in revenue because of the elimination of the state sales tax on groceries, that is a perfect example of when you cut taxes, you're not going to get as much revenue in. So how are you going to pay for your bills, essentially? And then there are some costs that are coming before us that we are going to have to pay, and with the coming out of COVID and some of those federal dollars that came into the state of Oklahoma, we're sort of readjusting, recalibrating to where we're at without those additional dollars being able to appropriate. And so right now, I don't think a tax cut is wise. And at the end of the day, your average Oklahoman, a majority of Oklahomans are not going to reap any type of tax relief benefit, but they may face the consequences of not having services that are so important to them be fulfilled, because we need money in order to do that. We have to have people working in state government. I think about your driver's license. It takes forever to get your driver's license, and people don't like that. Or you have to wait on a phone call to talk to somebody at the tax commission. Those are all jobs that need to be filled, and we have to do that through our tax dollars. And so at this point, any kind of income tax cut, I don't think is wise for the state of Oklahoma.